9Z squad, this particular assembly of 5 players, is a complete unknown on Overpass. You don't know what they're going to be like. They have not played an official with this squad on this map yet in the tournament, and they've only played officials in this tournament. So what do you know about their Overpass? Well, you can look back at when they had Try, and he was the absolute focal point of this team, and you try and focus on what they did with the Ob there.
You try and focus?
Hey, I don't think that's going to happen necessarily, though. One thing that's interesting for me about 9Z as well is DGT is a guy we've been looking at as a pop-off player for this team. It was not him on Mirage. It was David who did a lot of their work.
It was.
And we'll see if he can do it again.
Yeah, well, we'll have to take a look at that one. I love to see a little more depth to the squad. Multiple of these players popping off. We know how strong they can be in the individual department, but in this one, it will be the Movistar Riders starting off on that T side and already in control out towards the connector, probably just trying to take space over towards A. Execute in that direction. They're trying to poke for 9Z aggression, but nothing's really coming.
The lighting on Death's cam in particular always makes it look like he just got caught in the headlights. Because he's a wide-eyed dude when he's looking at the monitor, and then just the light. I just feel like he always just got surprised. Like the door just opened, a light popped on, got caught by a spotlight.
But that's how he stays. That's how he stays contained. He doesn't get surprised if you're always surprised. And
there you go.
Huckin, well, he's not getting surprised in this one. Taps away at the first. Deaths is down, and he's at range. Can poke, fall away. Support is here. It's 3 players on the site. This would be dangerous for the Riders if they do elect to commit, and they're going for it. Smokes in, Luckin, backside of the double box. Needs to get something done, and he'll defend from Dice. David as well, finding impact with the trades. They're excellent. And now site secured, but look at the retake force. Max has a flank. No one was ready for that. Bomb attempted to be planted. He'll go down. Mopaz. Does he stick this? He's going to. He wants to isolate the duel. Knows that Rocks should be out towards that CT spawn. But the real issue was Max all along the flank for 2 and a pistol for 9Z.
Some crispy shooting there from 9Z. Max in particular with the USP. But, I mean, that was a good read, right? After the bomb goes down, you recognize that because you didn't get swung on, because you didn't get pitched on, that second player is probably coming up at jump up.
Sure.
Just not quite ready for Max to be that snappy on the shooting. So, early lead here. Momentum maybe carrying over from Mirage a little bit. If you're Movistar and you know you're the favorite, you know you were expected to do to make it out of this series, and you start to go down early here on your map pick, maybe, just maybe, the nerves start to creep. It's early days, though. I'm getting way
very
ahead
early
of myself.
days. Very early days. They got the bomb down, right? Like the force buy here is excellent.
Yeah.
We know how good Deaths
and Alex
can do with the D. We don't talk about the Molly. We don't have to chat about it. What we do want to talk about, though, is AUG. Max has spotted very early, and he's got the angle. DaVG eats some damage, but both players come out with their lives. Over towards water, a bit of poking from the T's. Good amount of space early days.
I just Bogdan's Law the scout. Goes over to DaVG.
Whose law is that? Is it still Bogdan's Law if it's a scout?
I think it's still his law. As defined in the code of
the
CS.
gospel.
A guy who never really made it in Team CS, but is immortalized in the vocab.
There's some players like that. The FPL immortals.
The interesting footnotes in CS history. Here's going to come the hit, though. It's eventually going to come towards B. They're rerouting. They haven't really seen anything. They haven't been given anything, so they gave up that ground they had at the fountain. And instead, they want to approach this B site. Molotov down will slow this, but with 45 seconds on the clock, Movistar have once again made it so that the clock basically makes their decision for them. They are going to be going through with this one way or another. There are no more mollies. There's no more smokes either. Just some flashbangs to work with here for 9Z, and on comes the hit.
Rock's holding. MP9 in close. It can be so potent, and Sun has the bomb. Not too much support behind him, and down he will go eventually. DaVG does reply, but bomb still on the floor, and David on the continuation. Excellent spray away, leaves Mopaz alone, and he just doesn't have the time for this endeavor. Is he going to even make a go of it? 10 seconds, runs back. Bomb at the mouth of Monster. He wants another kill. He wants another fight. He'll get it, but he can't win it. TGT. Ridiculous shot to find the second for 9Z.
David just squeezed every bullet possible out of that M4. I don't know how he did it, if he had a juicer or a ringer or what, but I swear there were 5 more bullets in that magazine than there's supposed to be. Great spray transfer there. sets up the kill for DGT, and they get away with the round. Nicely done from 9Z. But once again, from Movistar, we're seeing some of the things we saw in Mirage, which is they like to run that clock down, and suddenly you wind up in a situation where you can't bail out, where you can't change the plan mid-through. You got to do it. Oh,
yeah, big pivot. Wait a minute.
I like a 9Z.
Okay. Flash does eventually fade for them both, so nothing too awkward in that one. But yeah, fans are on the 9Z hype train. I can kind of feel it, right? Like, they've got the momentum behind it. They're an unknown quantity on this map, and even their previous roster wasn't their best, but they played it. They were competent at it, and they're looking competent early on here. Alex, oh, that time is rough.
I think everyone's also just buying into the hype, and how can you not, right? The storyline here. This 9Z team, every time they get a chance in international competition, admittedly the last time it was a different roster.
Sure.
But every time they do, they impress and they surprise. And to me, that speaks to team culture, right?
Yeah.
When you change pieces and you still see these surprises and these plays coming through, that speaks to the staff that they've got behind them, the coaching. There's clearly something special about this squad and about this organization that's allowed them to seize on these scant opportunities and really make the most of them. It's impressive. And frankly, with more challenger tournaments coming in now, that's going to be more opportunities to go abroad and compete internationally and continue to make your name, continue to raise your rankings, and get these shots to impress.
Loving what we've seen from this squad, but still a long road ahead for them. Even a win in this series would only guarantee top 4.
Be a big guarantee for 9Z.
That's true. Lovely deal. But I'm sure they want more, and over the Movistar Riders, they're not done with this one in any way, shape, or form. This is the first round where they'll have a real bye to work with, and they'll have Sun on the op. Slow start. Again, that timer is an issue for Movistar, and part of the reason is that 9Z is super comfortable with re-aggression in the mid-round.
That they are.
They could even split up connector again late. If this comes down to the wire, I mean, that's how they won on the pistol round, right? It was a late push through Con. Like, it's common stuff on Overpass, but Movistar needs to be ready. Max is set up with the util towards long. They're preparing for a split. Some utility raining in towards B to keep rotations away. With 40 seconds left, 9Z should be soon to learn.
The mollies go down. Now so little time is going to be left. They have to go through with this. And now 9Z starts to make their move. They're hearing the noise. They're getting some audio cues. Maybe we start to see that rotation come in. This early kill would be huge. Up on the dice box. Max is going to be overwhelmed. He's alive. Do they know he's here?
No.
They don't know.
No idea. Until now. He goes down. DGT stuck in the flames. He burns. Now rocks. Flank. It will work for at least one. Recovers the weapon. AK-47 in hand, but he'll run back. Does he want to wrap this one or just save onto the weapon?
Save.
Just save. Yeah, you have kit. You have head armor. Good utility belt, too.
And with Lookin's money looking the way it does, you know, eventually this bank's going to run out. This cash is going to be depleted. Movistar, once again, making you real nervous if you're hoping for their round win. But WG with some snappy shooting does escort them through. 3 kills for the man. That could have gone the other way. When they lose track of Max in sight on those dice box, I mean, you highlighted the AUG early on, right? I think the AUG makes the difference there. That slower fire rate means you just can't chew through those players at close range. You kind of get into an awkward spot. That could have been a very different story with an M4. That's not the most heartening round if you're Movistar, but hey, you took it over the line. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, those ifs, ands, and buts only matter if they became an actuality. I don't know if he would have gotten more with an M4. That was pretty snappy out of Davy.
It was a really snappy response. All credit to the man. Impressive
from him. But there will be a reinvestment. It's good. Lucky now has the op to work with. AWP, where's it heading? Early peak up top.
Davi Algi. All good.
All good. All good. His famous quote. And SunPayus, well, that op hits early. Where did that strike? Over towards that B site. Works well. And again, SunPayus. Once this man has the op in his hands, he is a different beast. And you see 9Z's panicking. And reply needs to come. It's David he's being held for. Deaths is ready, and yeah, straight through the fence he goes. Shot connects. Another attempt, another chance. DGT does take one down, but that should just call for the re-rotation. Up top towards A, I imagine, and well, you'd think it would probably also call for the save. I mean, money's already rough here. This should be a Movistar round, unless anything funky happens.
It is the most Movistar Riders thing, though, to realize that there's maximum one person on the A site.
And still just wait.
Take your absolute sweet time with it. Don't accelerate.
Oh no, they're gonna give a shot to Lucan. What is going on? I said
this
something
round,
funky needed to happen.
yeah.
And the funk is slowly infecting this squad, but Movistar, they do make the right choice. They go upper.
But here's the thing, right? The way that they read that is a player just came out connector, so that probably means they're coming towards B. No, they're not. Oh, okay. Well, now this is going to be a save. Based on the positioning, they made a gamble. They chose one of the sites. If you don't get it, keep the guns alive. It's a weird round for Movistar, again, with regards to the clock. But, again, it works out for them. So this patient style, paying dividends early. I can't help but feel that one of these rounds is really going to bite them in the tuchus, though.
It's surprising. I mean, we saw it a couple times where it went back to harm them. Some crucial rounds lost on Mirage because of it. You could only hope that they've learned their lesson, but that blessing, it's also a weakness. But it's also a round. 2-3 now. Odds getting even done up here for the Movistar Riders.
We do like rounds in the game of Counter-Strike. My sage wisdom is win more rounds.
What's the boost? I didn't necessarily spot this.
Yertle
I didn't realize where it was. That's quite a shot.
4-man boost. Yertle the turtle it all the way through and collect the player immediately off of it.
Yeah, my eyes lapsed from the minimap, looking elsewhere to what the setup was for 9Z, and
what a blunder.
They brought out the creativity. I love when that works.
I do. I do enjoy a Yertle the turtle boost. Such an iconic boosting map. Should ask Devil Walk about that later.
Yeah, I think on the desk that would be a good thing to talk about.
Great boost moments from Counter-Strike history. Okay, hitting the gas here on Movistar Riders. We're only a minute 30. Still on the clock, and they've taken long. And look at the space that they've gained. The tempo change here working out nicely. Now the op's going to have to reroute. Do they realize players are already around towards long? They don't seem to be wary of it. Maybe lulled into a false sense of timing security. Lucan has just repositioned, but he eats the flash. Now they're going to be past him, and I don't think he knows. He's coming back for it, though, and he's got it. There's the swing, a second as well. That op hitting. 3 kills for the man, and a shutdown in the round. It's left 2 deaths.
And he's already revealed this position. Lucan wants more. Give it to him. Deaths. How much more fight does he have left in him? 1 frag? Sure. But it's laborious. And he'll die. 9Z, great recovery. I mean, I say 9Z, but it was just one man. Luck in there. AWP. So impressive. I thought he was done and dusted. If he doesn't get back towards Optimus as quickly as he does, he dies. But just does fantastic playing the angles. Molly misses him. He has room to fight, and he takes it.
I tell you, he's the player who I had my doubts about coming into this. Admittedly, not knowing much about him. But looking at just the numbers and when he'd last played and competed at this level, when he'd last played internationally, that kind of thing, you're wondering what form he's going to be in. And he is performing that AWP a lot for 9Z. He's delivered. He has rewarded their faith in bringing him into this team. And you do like to see it. Mac's going to be burned out of connector here, chased away, but he does manage to survive for a moment. The bullets, though, they do find him. And now an early advantage for Movistar, and again control towards the bathrooms, and a lot of control around the map as well.
But they're going elsewhere. They're leaving, and the timing on this push gets a little funky.
Does Deaths catch them?
Does he? Do they clear the angle? They do. Galil hits for 1. Trade is there quickly. And Rox has to hold for more. He's committed to the duel, committed to the fight. The angles not working out. It's just heads that he can see. And Whack-A-Mole, they'll pop up and down, but he's the one to fall. 2v4. Cracked position for 9Z, but keeps a minute on the clock. SunPayus was always here, always lurking. And even if 9Z want to commit to a save in this round, which they might considering the money towards the later round, there's already a man down below in bank. Sun is in a position to deny this AWP.
He slipped away. He slipped away, but yeah, SunPayus on his heels. Bomb's going to be down. Movistar will be taking their 3rd round one way or another. 9Z, no desire to contest this. And SunPayus isn't pressing forward. He's chilling.
I mean, look at their money. You would be a little bit hard-pressed to lose more than the gun if you go for this hunt, but still, I mean, the money's rough for both these sides. Probably would look better. Either way, it's a gamble both directions. Sometimes you want to take the safer flip of the coin.
I mean, we saw Movistar's philosophy with the economy on Mirage, right? They're pretty eager to save when there's a question about it. We saw them even saving in T-side rounds conservatively, so they would much rather everybody have rifles and they're guaranteed the rifles than really try and risk it to force 9Z onto a lesser buy. They're confident in that way.
They are. And well, those guns will be allowed to continue. 3 to 4. I mean, early standings, this T side is looking good. They've consistently found space up outside A. The splits in towards that side late round have been good. Feels like a big win condition has been denying that re-aggression that has come towards the connector a few times now for 9Z.
I love when the player impact stat is just like, yeah, he got 1 kill. Did good. 100 damage. Everybody just sort of did their thing. They did good. It's got nice ADR so far.
Yeah.
Nearly top on the board there.
Put up a group shot. They can all be together.
Yeah.
Friendship
Is that what they do
forever.
on Team Ace? They've all just got their arms around each other?
Yeah.
Everybody was the impact player. The impact was in our hearts all along.
The friendship moment of the match.
The impact was the friends we made along the way.
Where are these hero weapons holding? Down towards B for the both of them.
They're stacking.
Yeah.
Stacking. Either we win this round or we all live together.
Or they go elsewhere. Stack up top. But it's Movistar. They're not going to show you where they're headed that early into the round.
No, they're expecting your aggression. They're waiting for it. They got the forward position from Overpass. They're like, okay, you hold this side of the map. We'll leave Deaths with you as well. Let's go see if we can't take A long. They do like to take a bit of A long, and now 9Z.
This gets a little weird with the repush in towards the bathrooms. The timing on it could be interesting. But they'd be walking into a stack. Where's the bomb headed? It's on Sun's back.
Well, let's be honest, there's 45 whole seconds. They could do a full rotate still, and Movistar would have comfortable time. Not so much now. It's starting to get very nervous.
I mean, does Mopas commit to the push on this lurk? They're falling back with the bomb.
They are going to go B. They're going to finish B.
They've made the right call. Alex might die, though, unless he checks the divider. Oh, he does. Still eat some damage as a trade to come. No, he gets away with it. So free set taken.
It works. It works here.
It just makes me so scared watching.
My pulse is quickening. My anxiety is through the roof watching this team take the risks they do with the clock low. Because they only see the one USP, right? I don't think they had any indication of another player's position.
No.
And they go in with 20 seconds into a site they haven't
It's just
cleared.
the cerebral decision. We had the space here early. Maybe we go down here. It wasn't off any like actualized info. That is scary.
They're just sitting here playing. They're playing through the scenarios in their mind. They've seen all the timelines, all the futures. Know the site's clear. Run the simulation 1,000,000 times. Watching all of the 0 demos that 9Z has on this map. It's bold. It's a bold move, and it works. But man, being a fan of this team must be stressful.
Gotta be some scary stuff if you are. 4-4 though. Back to tied odds here. 9Z. Reinvestment, not the greatest.
I just realized something.
What?
Got a sock on inside out. What a blunder.
It's a blunder indeed. But yeah, I don't know how to get out of that one.
There's no way. I've handed you a poison pill.
Yeah, I've been poisoned. I've been taken care of. But back to my point. David just down onto the MP9. The rest of us seem pretty good. I wouldn't hate some aggression. Put that MP9 somewhere funky. It's coming. And it's for Max instead. Fast with the A1S. And just as quickly, he'll back away towards party. Q-tilt damage is massive onto DGT and David.
You gain connector here. It's not really being contested by the CT side, but Mopas now has that space, so they can control rotations. They've got their options. Still plenty of time to play with here. And they're pressuring in towards the bathrooms again. 9Z have had some trouble holding this side of the map, but it'll get easier as David finds himself an upgrade and doesn't get away from that. So now the numbers swung back through. Long control taken. This is going to be awkward for the players on site. We might need another big round from Luckin if you're hoping for 9Z to take this, and he'll reposition towards the bank. DGT coming to help, but there's still a minute.
Yeah,
they're not committed
I don't
at
even know
all.
if they commit this. Oh, Luckin. Does he get given an opportunity here? Davi G gives it. Shot misses though. Now it's DGT on the site. What can he get done? That's the first for free, but Utility slaps him in the face. And the bullets connect to Rocks alone. It's a safe. 1v3. I don't think you go for this. $350. Round is over. The Riders are building a scary amount of momentum on this T side.
You know, Alan set it up in the pre-show saying that they need to play ABC Counter-Strike, right? Not get too aggressive, not get too crazy, not try and outbrain things too much, and just sort of play solidly. And they are doing that. They're certainly playing solidly slowly as well. But they're working. They're playing the advantage. They're playing the numbers. They're identifying sites. Maybe taking some risks with the clock that make me nervous, but they're doing a good job of it in the site takes. Now this is going to be 9Z on the back foot once again. Not able to put together a full buy, I don't think. The Rocks will save this one gun and give them something to work with in the next.
Do you invest around it? Nah, I don't think so.
Pistols.
DGT can maybe drop some pistols across. One, possibly.
Several, if he wants to.
If he wants to, but I don't think he'll want to.
Oh, he wants a gun? That's actually fine.
They're
That's
buying
actually
up
fine.
into it.
They got a little bit of built-up
loss bonus is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
And timeout is what I was looking for. This is starting to get towards dire straits. Movistar already with 5 momentum behind him. If you give him much more than that on a T side, sure, 9Z is a stronger T-sided team, but we don't really know anything about their overpass, and I don't know how much faith we can put into it.
Yeah. You do favor that defense. You like to see the strong op come out. Obviously, SunPayus is a player who can deliver on that.
Yeah.
As well. So, you'll be looking for him to do it. What's 9Z going to adjust here? Seems like they might go for slightly more forward positioning. Player going out towards long early.
He throws down as usual. He wants to head for it. Triple boost. DGT. Don't think he'll find anything off this. No, falls away. Rox has still maintained his position on the tree towards long, but now he's getting very scared about someone wrapping to the bathroom because Lucan's position is super deep. There's no support. I mean, if Rox dies, Rifle's just gone. Round probably slips away. Boost is perfection. Mopause, ready for it, takes down David. No possibility of a trade for that one. And it's bought out aggression, right? You realize that there has to be 2 players in concert. You push, but it's all a bait. Sun was here, and he has a shot. Connection with the AWP. DGT. Now the only rifle remaining.
The only remaining threat is that there's someone in the bathrooms towards long. And they've just cleared that. So this round should be comfortably over. They're even taking their time with it just to allow more time for Deaths to hunt. And Deaths, to be fair, is going to find himself one more. Not quite the last. DGT now winged and position known. He's got to try and find a hidey hole to tuck this gun into because they're coming for him. They're on the hunt. They're on the prowl. They've got plenty of money. They want to bring the pain, and now he's been spotted once more. Down to 14 points of health. Can he keep this M4 alive? No, he cannot.
SunPayus again. AWP. 2 in the round, and the initial one was just the punish on the aggression towards long. It was the strong loss bonus, so despite investing into that additional hero rifle, they'll still have money to purchase into this one. And they've had the conversation off the timeout in the previous round, so let's see what the adjustment is. Lucky with the op, he was hitting early on, but it's been inconsistent. We've never found a situation where 9Z get the momentum behind it and get that op to be a continued force for rounds.
What's also, I feel like he's doing most of his work when they're already on towards the site.
Yeah, it's not the long aggression. It's not the early fights up from party. We haven't really seen any of that. I mean, 9Z, in way of the aggression, we haven't seen it be very successful in the rare rounds where it is attempted. I mean, we saw an MP9 work for it, but when it's the ops up, when it's the rifles, they've been playing a little more conservatively. Sure, they'll take this water control, but the pacing with which Movistar plays, they set aside the time to re-clear water.
And that's the real issue, right? Is if you're going to go for that initial aggression, you know Movistar's just holding for it, holding for it. They're so ready. It's what they want.
Normally against a lot of teams, you'd be able to find that gap in the mid-round, but Movistar executes with 15 seconds left. You don't get an opportunity unless you fully take a gamble on a flank.
Yeah. It's going to go. Mopause trying to find the space. Death's tip of the spear. Wants a pick to lead them on in towards B. And he'll go dry. They're not expecting it. One and done is still fine. David on the back foot here has to reposition. Airburst Molly not ideal. They'll think that position's eliminated, but no. Perhaps not. Molotov to push David for the flashbang. Works out for him, actually. He gets one. He's looking for more. Dancing around the pillar here. Could do the damage. Could lock them out of sight, but he needs to strike now. And they've slipped away.
And the op has still connected. 30 seconds left. They can cut noise re-exec B. They can rotate up towards A. They've bought a rotation. Luckin down below with an AWP of his own, 20 seconds. It's going to be the re-hit in towards this B site. They are leaving this down to chance because DGT has still been here. He's still on the site, and the op can cut rotation. 10 seconds. Where's the hit? Where's the execute? Now it'll come. Does the smoke block? Not enough to deny DGT. 5 seconds. Plant hasn't even been attempted yet. Do they make it? Just barely. Yes. So now a post plant. Low HP on Mopaz and op available. SunPayus. Oh, he's hitting.
Half a second was the margin for error in that round. Half of a second for Movistar Riders, but they do manage to get the numbers punched in. If that second player on the sidewalk swing goes down, it's over. So very close, but 9Z not able to convert. Not able to run out that precious second.
SunPayus at the end. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's the good stuff.
And that is the reset point. It's just the pistols out now for 9Z.
What's the Deke strat? Heavy connector presence. They're hoping to trigger a trap here, but it's just Mopaz. It seems like early on, Movistar slammed their hand towards B. It's just not that much to look for here for 9Z, unless they can chase down this guy from Mopaz. It is isolated. Could make things interesting. Could make things a little bit spicier, because right now, they're bland like porridge. SunPayus will keep it bland, taking his first kill and leading them in towards an empty B site. It's a freebie right here. Oh. David down, eco kills found, Mopaz locking down connector. All he has to be wary about is not getting his AK snatched away, and as he gets outside the door, this should be a fine position to hold from. There's really nothing given over to 9Z, nothing easy here. He wants a hole in the door, and now he'll sit.
Now he'll have a chance. Easy as that. Mopaz taps away through the hole created, and round found.
Bit of frustration there, perhaps, exercised in the bathrooms, stabbing the walls.
Chewing away at the gum.
It's not good for knife sharpness, stabbing walls.
Really?
Yeah, I hear it's discouraged. Good way to chip a blade. I guess it's more of a slashing motion.
Sure.
Still not the way.
I think the point still stands. Unless you're doing it at a very particular angle, in which case maybe you would actually be sharpening. Something to be researched.
CS knife tech. Imagine if as you used it, it got more wear. You'd never see players idly swing their guns or their knives around again. You want me to knife him? Are you kidding me? You know how much valuable this skin is?
An interesting one at that. But 8-4 now. Movistar Riders continuing this momentous streak. We've only seen one single pause taken by 9Z. I want to see another, but they've made the decision on the adaptation already. They had some time to think in the last one, and it's double up. Another attempt at this boost. SunPayus not able to hit the jump, so it doesn't happen in this round. But it's a double up out. David Lukem, one positioned out towards long, the other holding towards Monster.
I mean, we're on a 6-round streak for Movistar Riders, right?
Yeah.
9Z are getting whomped here, getting whooped. It's not looking good. David gonna hit the first though. The secondary op, adding a different element. He's able to get away, though risking it majorly. Crossing on the flashbang. Utility is at a major premium, so they're trying to save their nades as much as possible. NaviG with the forward position, and SunPayus will get rocks, trying to go for a peeky-poo right back through. They knew there were players on the other side, so that was bold, to say the least, and boldly, he will feel the pain. Again, not able to hit that quick shot, and that's going to be space gained, but NaviG's forward spot is eliminated.
Mopaz will regroup with his team. They want to take this one down towards the B site. At least that's the indication with just about 30 seconds left on the clock. Door was heard, though. David's in a position to realize that information. He's first contact. DGT as well will hold the swing, can come forward off of that from Max. And he has utility to support. Setup is strong, but how much can it get done? Alex already working his way out into the site. Op on the angle, though. Smoke in time. But the second player not so lucky. SunPayus eats a tag, and he's down to just over 10 HP. Now the time again is an issue, and the spray it works out. Sun's on the floor, 5 seconds now. Bomb not to be planted. Finally a denial from 9Z.
Turns out the trick is to have the advantage and also the clock working in your favor. Then they get a little nervous. So they snap the streak. I mean, that was 6 rounds in a row for Movistar. Finally, 9Z find a little bit of an answer. Find a rally back around, and it starts with that secondary op, right? That's a big piece of it, but then it ends with DGT putting in some work. And he started to heat up here. He's top of the board for 9Z. He's a player who, if you really get him going, can be a major difference maker here. They got the double up once more. They've got the guns up. 9Z scrabbling for these last 2 rounds of the half. And Max will start the party early. Aggression here, a little bit more dynamic play. The peek out of Fountain gets them a kill. And they're able to back away.
Good advantage found. Boost. Will that be attempted? The molly. DGT is prepared.
Nope.
Nope, not to be.
They had the HE too. Could have done it with an aid.
David's holding for this.
Little dunkaroo.
Do they commit to the boost? They're trying to. But David's in a position where he won't be seen.
Nades could get him.
Nade, double nade. It's perfection! Oh. Alex takes him down. The one to deal the final damage. Now it's even still. Not a done job. And a minute left on that clock. Execution not to come through.
That first nade bounced off of his face.
He caught it.
In his teeth.
Takes
now the
big
boost
bite.
up's here. DGT is in a position where he'll be spotted if they come through with it.
Rocks could push this.
Oh, the timing could be brilliant.
He's not looking.
He's got it. They weren't ready. And he's got 2. Now the position held as well. Looking, putting in more. It's all on the SunPayus, and only 30 seconds remain. He's been overwhelmed.
Huge stuff out of Rocks. The push to deny onto that boost. I mean, we saw some brilliant early days stuff. Out of the Movistar Riders double nade to find something to set up for the split. It was all looking strong, but in the denial of the boost, the shutdown on that split, round does fall apart. 9Z now 2 in a row. The movement at the end. A little surf action on the wide swing.
I would say that was an intel moment of brilliance.
I would say so too.
I felt brilliant. We all feel a bit more brilliant off this one. Double op's been the antidote. Although, it hasn't really been just the ops making the noise, right? But it has definitely shifted up their play. Freshened them a bit. And well, it's already a good half for Movistar, right, Mimi? It's already solid numbers.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're 9Z, you'd love just one more here.
One more would feel fantastic. And it's David with the op. Same angle he was playing in the previous round, at least early on. That's not the direction where Movistar is headed. They'll clear some space out towards long. It's not the op here. It's Max instead, supported deep by the AWP.
Here's the setup, playing off of Lucan's op shot. You got Max in the corner. Are they
boosting over the flower pot?
They're going to. He's ready for it, though.
He should hit this shot. He should find it, and he does. Does that call for the swing? They haven't spotted the player in close. Still flash forward, swings there. It's good, but the trade is still available, and Lucan now tucks. He's deep. Mopaz has passed him. So a moment in between, but Lucan's ready. You can't ford the river of this man's op. And into a 2v4 now. Options running dry. The bomb still available, and utility still up. It's a molly. Smoke nade, but Lucan will push forward. Take position towards the divider. He tucks. Shotgun up. Potent in these angles. He knows. 20 seconds left. He can backstab it. Comes down to this shot. Really, and they're ready for it. Prepared the read. Or was it the barrel showing? Either way. Taken down. 2 versus 3. And Optimus, it's DGT. No utility to block him off. He can just swing through onto this one. He's buying time. And he's buying frags. 5 seconds. The reload. It's available, but the round, it is not. 7-8. 9Z recover. But is it enough? We'll find out after this.
Long enough for 9Z to find those adjustments, to find that adaptation. Well, Movistar start out strong and finish it quick.
TGT felt the danger there. Will fall away. Only little damage exchanged either way. As it is good early space claimed here for 9Z.
Comes the maneuvering. We haven't seen anything in a little bit. 9Z doing their best Movistar impression. Running down the clock a little bit. But they don't have the B control rights. They don't have the options. That's the thing. Movistar gave themselves options all over. This is going to be an A hit one way or another. They're set up for it, and in comes the utility to push these CTs back. They found the space. They're going for the bomb plant, but they've left Deaths out in the open, and the smoke from the molly obscured him. He's able to get one, no more. And this bomb, well, it will be planted.
It will. DGT the man to do it. And the post plant well secured, no flank. Movistar's all coming from one direction. The back lines of CT, they have the kit to work with. Some utility to back it up. The first swing doesn't quite work out. Lugan as well finding impact. Kit's on the floor. They have to recover. And before you can even get to that step, you have to find the frags. But Alex is doing so. 3 already picked up. Where's the kit? Recovered in his hands. There's smoke. There was one on the floor somewhere, but he hasn't found it. So the aggression, it's necessitated. But Max has ran away. Goes back for it. Where's the smoke? He's desperate to find it, but just cannot. So this round, it feels over. Alex will desperately attempt to hold on, but the jiggle is there. And Max won't shut down, but there's just no time. Alex finds 4, but the bomb will do him part.
Where did that smoke go? Disappeared into thin air.
I think it might have, like, rolled under the truck.
Vanitoed. It happens.
Oh, unfortunate.
Someone shot it. It hit a particular angle. Dropped down to B. Can happen. Things can get weird on this map sometimes. It'll be very open and wonderful skyboxes. Maps. Not so open in the skyboxes, but, you know. There's some verticality here.
For sure. And there's a buy for Movistar Riders. Got something to work with. 4 kills, that gets you a FAMAS at least.
It does. A single FAMI. FAMAS. Singular. Not always a difference maker, but it is something. Rifles raid on the other side. Rock's trying to get some money made with that SMG. And at least for the moment, 9Z are expecting aggression. So they're going to settle back on their haunches. They've taken this control on sports construction. They're just going to chill out. Wait. See what the Movistar side does. The answer is not a lot.
No.
Not move an inch.
Oh, maybe now. Flash
chilling.
setup for Mopaz. Do you get a swing off?
That's just a peek.
Yeah.
They're chilling.
Just a peek. Out towards long, though. Space has been taken. A man tucked on the tree. Contact for SunPayus. Flash forward. The FAMA swings. Let's see how much they can get done with the setup. Flash pops. Oh, no. Alex, he's in trouble. Sun at least found 1, so the trades stay even, and the damage was done onto Luckin.
Yeah, he'll get the MAC 10 as a result. There's actually a rifle down, but they're not pressing forward in towards long, so he'll give up that space, reroute, regroup, change things up. 35 seconds. This is starting to get nervous on the clock as well.
Did they wrap back down B? They had a man in connector. No, he's
coming up.
And now Sun can change this. He's recovered.
Got a gun.
The gun. He has a molly to work with as well. Max on the reclear, though. Timing's an issue here. Sun able to find it, actually. That's a massive kill. Now he can molly. Cut off. The space finds even more. He dies eventually, but the clock, Mike.
15 seconds. They've given themselves no time.
Do they even go for it at this point?
They put themselves in a situation where they had to spend so much time clearing out that long spot. They've got 10 seconds. They can't. They're going to save. In the second round of the half, they're going to save against pistols.
Oh, no.
9Z just lost track of the timer there, clearly.
Yeah.
And then SunPayus' position is just such a nightmare for them. But they gave that space up. They knew there were rifles down.
They had the better guns. It was a long angle, and they conceded versus just a deagle. Sure, maybe they expect a second player. They expect some kind of mousetrap to be sprung on them. But no, wasn't there. You at least have to take some risk. Complete risk aversion, well, it loses you rounds. That's what we see there.
I mean, good shooting from the Movistar side. Good play from SunPayus in particular. But that one's more about the mistake made for 9Z.
Feels that way.
Rifle's still going to be here, obviously, and they've bought all the way in, trying to get the whiteout out in here. Just correct over. Just paste over that.
The thing in doing so, they're doubling down. You lose this round, and Movistar has momentum straight back at him. This time on the favored side. This feels like a must-win, and what a way to get things started. Death's caught off on the jump, so an early man advantage. But that gun unrecoverable.
DGT is 17-7. Pretty bonkers numbers for the man.
Considering how rough the first half was, too.
Yeah, and a quiet Mirage was as well. There's not a pop in there, but here putting in the work to keep them in this. The early pick. But look at Alex. Oh, he's got the flank. He's ready for it. And he is done and dusted. Max catching him as he peeks his head up above the steps. Now pressure will come on towards the A side, it seems, but they're not going to commit just yet. Again, running down the clock. And admittedly, if they find AviG in a pretty tough spot, B site is ripe for the taking. Sustained fight here does not work out very well for SunPayus. And he will give up some space as a result.
Smokes rain in. AviG on the flank, though. He could be an issue in this one straight through the smoke, though. Sun's down. It's Mopaz on the site, and it's Max to deal with the flank. It was a risk, but it seems to have worked. Mopaz is going to be forced into a save. They'll be able to convert this one flawlessly.
There we go. Once again, testing that time just a bit. But it seems like between these two sides, we're going to get a lot of clock run down in the second half as well. I expected 9Z to maybe pick up the pace, but not early on at the very least. Guns can be retrieved here. A lot of weaponry picked up to bolster the economy of 9Z going forward. Can they find a one Mopaz, though? No. Don't believe they're going to be able to catch him on the hunt. Should survive into the next. Tied scoreline once more, though, here, Mimi.
Straight back to it. Bound to be a close one. And it is performing. Mopaz. They'll just tuck in and survive. Was looking for an exit. Not to come. So, 9Z finding themselves on better footing, and well, the pace much different in that round. They got a free opener off that boost jump peak area. Straight over. There's a strong shot to be able to pick up. Convert on off that, take it quicker towards this upper site. I want to see that same pace.
We're getting the investment in from Movistar. Battle of the Force buys. But you do have the one rifle to work with here from Mopaz. You do have something to build onto it. And it seems like Alex is going to save a little bit of extra capital to maybe get towards that AWP eventually. Because at some point they have to start trying to get actual buys up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's going in. Never mind. Just taking an extra tick to do so as the timeout comes in for Movistar Riders and they discuss the strat, maybe thinking what utility he's going to need before investing in. And there are some nades here. 3 smokes, 4 smokes. Counting's hard. A few flashes. Little high explosive parcels. So what do they do? See some aggression from Movistar so far. They've largely been chilling, but with the pistols in hand, they got to go. This is new break music now. New pause music. It's very hype.
Scary. Nerve-wracking.
I feel like it's like the boss reveal music in an action game.
Or like a wrestling event. The walk-in music.
Good walk-in music.
Dun, dun, dun.
Whose walk-in music would it be for this round?
DGT.
That's gotta be.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
He's a menace.
He's on the boss. The boss on the server right now.
Oh,
spammed.
Okay.
Spam down.
You never see that one work.
Not
Much less with the Deagle.
Yeah, AKs, rifles,
Maybe.
frequently. Oh, Deagling. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill.
And a little bit of push. Mopaz in fast here. He has so much information. But in order to have this hammer hit, you need the anvil to stay strong. And that anvil, it's the Deagles on the site. SunPayus close on the divider. He's alone in this one. Pinch is still coming. It's 4 players stacked up. 9Z have no second choices. Mopaz will ensure that, but they don't know about the flank.
Oh, they're slowing down.
At least not yet.
They're
Oh,
slowing
this gets
down.
an issue.
This could be really bad. SunPayus, can he stall? No. Looking the wrong way at the wrong time, and they're passed. Mopaz is going to take the long position here, but if they're fast enough in towards the site take, it may not much matter.
He'll only be able to get one if he goes long maximum, and David could elude him. Depends on the pacing here.
They could bail. They're going to bail.
They will.
No, they're going to commit into it. Having seen that player, having lost that long position, they've got 30 seconds. They don't trust that
Now they're
clear.
stalling. And this becomes an issue unless the sprays just work. Lucan gets one for free. It's only the pistols remaining on the site, but 20 seconds. They stay potent. Davi not able to do it. Alex has recovered a gun. Armor, health, all of that. Advantage towards his favor, but the plant coming down. Where is the CT? Where is Alex hiding? That's the big question. And they're completely unready for the man towards long, so a 1 versus 1. Lucan revealed his position. It's a shadow advantage, and it's the clutch for Alex.
Big moment for Alex to step forward. Defuse going to be on that one. So messy in so many different ways, and Movistar get away with it. on the pistols with the big flank, not even yielding as many results as he would have hoped for, as he said, just isolating that one kill and then being traded immediately afterwards. But it works out. It works out for the Movistar Riders. Started the round off with a little timely spam, and he closes it with 2 huge kills in the clutch.
Still, 9Z have money to work with in this one.
They do.
But it's a full investment.
The second eco they've lost, though, they are really doing themselves no favors here.
These are tough rounds. They should not be losing them, and they should not be losing their op that easy. Alex is confident now. He's hitting 3 in the last one, and he starts things strong here, too.
The hot hand. Our gun barrel's just hot. It's not stopping between the rounds.
It's toasty.
A little smoke rising from the tip. Carving more notches into the stock. See if we can add some more here. He's going to be tested. He's out by the planter. Max coming to clear it, coming to check it.
There should be.
There is, yeah, there it is.
Comes through. Alex completely blind.
No hope. So his reign of terror has ended, at the very least, at least for the moment. And they're still very much spread around the map. We hit a minute on the clock. They don't even have connector control, right? Box is so far back, but that's what they were waiting for, was aggression back in, and SunPayus gives them exactly what they wanted.
Shot to hit, and it was a big one. Mopaz too. Dink was not sufficient to connect, so now 9Z look to find themselves ahead from their 9th round. Bogdan's Law, op switches on over. It's going to be a hit towards this lower site. And Davi's here, but he only has an MP9. Needs more than 1. 2 at least necessitated. He's in the right place. Has found the low HP member and takes him down. Trades immediate. And the Farmos, well, it's just a Farm Eye. And it's again not enough. 2 left alive here. 9Z convert us to another tie.
Famoose. Famarino. There we go. All right. I mean, it feels like 9Z. They're dropping the easy ones, right?
Yeah.
And then they're doing it in the most difficult way possible. They're challenging themselves, and they do keep passing it. So this is just back and forth, and we're going to have another forced buy in, except this time there's not even a single rifle saved.
If they lose this, I mean, I just want them to call it a little more aggressively, right? You have the firepower. You have these players that can just be disrespectful, take down the Deegs, but when they let the time eat away, that's when things get risky.
It certainly is.
Like Pace was their friend on Mirage.
Certainly. The reality, though, is keeping it this messy and gross is terrible for the CT economy.
That is true.
It's so hard to build anything whatsoever.
But
so
winning clean rounds consistently and converting into ecos is
does
also, it does help
the strategy.
economy a little bit.
I've heard that helps to win games sometimes.
I hear Strauth invented that one. Way back when.
Oh yeah.
As a big meta shift when people decide to win clean rounds.
Real change to the playbook. 4 players are stacked up in sight, so if they go quick into this one, 9Z might find themselves in a world of hurt.
They have so little information. If they want to re-rotate late, what are their options?
Nothing.
They haven't felt out this stack. They haven't felt out anything on the rest of the map. So there's this risk factor in pushing this. Sure, it's just Deegs, but it's 4 Deegs. They're going for it, though. Molly in. Davi G flash forward for him. Sprays better. DGT on the takedown. Now where's the risk factor? Over towards the barrels. One, he's already given away his position with the spam, but it's slow on this hit from 9Z. They're taking their time. I like this. They're giving themselves options. 30 seconds, though. That's starting to become an issue in way of the time, but front sight at least secured. The scout, though, hits. Rocks is down. The smokes will soon fade, and they don't have the utility left to re-smoke this. It has to be the duels. 2 flashes available, though. To retake space, 20 seconds. Time again. It is such a problem, and Alex plays close. Can he swing this? Can he deny? No. That should be the round. That should be the finish. 1 more shot connects. But finally, I'm not going to call it clean.
No.
But it's a conversion.
No.
It's a conversion on an anti-eco.
That's exactly what I said earlier about doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
9Z not giving themselves any easy moments, really making these risky. And as you said, right, they bleed a minute off the clock, but they've got no bailout. They've got no information to fall into, so it's not like they're really reading anything. They're just waiting to see if aggression comes in. And then they wouldn't have even known if there was like aggression towards long or someone hiding Divide or no idea. The way they're playing scares me. It's a lot like the pace that Movistar was doing, except Movistar was spreading. Yeah. To control much of the map in doing so. Still, this one should be a free and clear one when they eventually do decide to go in towards B. It's presence in the connector instead, and Rox is the only player at major threat from this, and he's just going to Mac 10. So if he gives it up, that's not the worst thing in the world by any measure. They're going to come give him a chance.
Oh, this gets a little funky. $600 in the bank. Onto the Glock support coming on, and he'll find the frags. Good way to shut it down. Only Movistar left. He was not a part of the initial play. And with the P2000, we might finally get to see a clean 9Z round.
It seems to be happening. 9Z moving up to 12, keeping the money clean, keeping things in their favor. They'll have the one SMG. They've given it over to DGT because he's healthy and he can go hunt. And he wants money. Cashola. Give him the chance. No.
Nice shot to shut down.
Your clean round. There you go. Clean conversion. They didn't drop an anti. That was a true eco. That would have been bad. So they get through clean. They get through fine. Rox gets some nice stats there. And 9Z with a 2-round lead. This gun round becomes critical for Movistar Riders.
It has slipped to a very, very close standing. And now for the Movistar Riders, they have their win condition back up. SunPayus on the op.
No kit.
You're right.
They opted for head armor on deaths over a kit.
Interesting.
There is a Mac 10, so I get it, but no kit's going to make a retake pretty shaky, especially since a lot of these have gone down to the wire.
They don't seem to want to be going for the retake. I mean, Alex is fairly aggressive. He'll back away now, but the pace on the space creation here is good for 9Z. They already have long. Only about, what, 20 seconds into the round?
Mm-hmm. It's a big change up.
And Max is creeping. He is so incredibly deep here. Deaths will come in as the rotator. They probably just hit this one up towards A. They're trying to. They're just running out. It's only these two players. Where's the trade? David doesn't want to overcommit to it, but he's giving himself away, does find it. And he gets the second straight into the site. Now 9Z can go unless they want to cancel. Maybe. Maybe they will. They found some inspiration from Movistar Riders. They'll reset.
This one's too quick, guys.
Interesting.
Back off the site. Give them the space.
I mean, I suppose there could have been another player in the bathrooms or tuck divider. They hadn't cleared that deep yet, but...
They're worried about someone coming out connector.
Yeah, but now they can hold for the reclear, which is coming. Davy pushing. He's going straight into the arms of this Mac 10. But the Mac 10 is the bomb. If that goes down, things weird timing. He's on the util, swings there. Bomb's on the floor. Davi's still alive at the connector. This comes to DGT. He needs this kill, and he's got it.
There's just so many of these rounds where 9Z have the control, and they give it up, right? It's...
Now they have it again, but still... This is winnable for Sun. He's already found a shot.
Seconds.
They should just rotate away. Do they have time to run? This is going to be so close.
They're going to try it. Door open. Don't miss your movement. Don't miss your movement.
Is he up here in time? Is he up here in time? It might be. It might be. Does he find the shot? No. Drop down eludes him. Plant coming through. SunPayus drops. Plant down. Just in the nick of time. But it's the AWP. It's Sun. He's found the first. Jump up is there. That is too damn risky. 9Z can't be putting it down to chance.
There's so many rounds where they have the initiative, where they have the control, where they have the space. Yes, maybe you don't have the ideal hold on site, but you can define the terms of engagement, right? You have that space, and then they just withdraw, and they turtle up, and they leave so much of the map, 90% of the map open for the Movistar Riders to go. They could be anywhere. And then you're trying to re-execute with 30 seconds where they're taking the initiative, where they're making the moves, and you have no time to spare.
I mean, look where the op was. If he doesn't go for that drop there, connects the shot, round is over.
Yeah.
They lose.
Yeah.
Just off one tiny piece of macro. They could have... That is so lucky that they win that. I am unimpressed, even if that is a round win.
But earlier in the round was brilliant. They take that long control. They have that space. Yes, the rotations are coming up through jump up, but that's fine.
I mean,
drop some util, fight them.
Right? You get two, there's no trade, and then the call is to reset.
But they win it. They win it, and that was a critical round. So by hook or by crook, if they're making us tear our hair out or not, 9Z somehow, some way convert, and now they're in a prime position to take the 2-0. Movistar Riders are back against the wall here, fighting for their tournament life against a 9Z team that has shocked all of us, has shocked the Counter-Strike world with their performance here at Challenger. They're looking, I mean, maybe some of these rounds are maddening, but they've just got...
If they win, they win.
They got something going on here. There's some sort of special something brewing, and I'm getting caught up in it.
It's emotional. Feels fun to watch, but there's still a chance for Movistar. This round not feeling likely, but the next maybe more. Son out towards long. He's not looking. Dead man walking.
feel like
Are you still reeling from that last round?
Yeah, I'm still coming down from that round. From thinking through that, my brain is my brain waves are settling.
Deep breaths. Reset.
Heart rate lowering. This round is a nice
surely
one.
they don't leave this one down to 20 seconds again, right?
Oh God, no! Please, 20 seconds, 15.
That even feels
If we're not
generous.
questioning whether they can literally sprint there in time, then it's not a 9Z round. And I thought
you on the edge of the
Movistar were
seat.
bad.
Yeah, the timing for both these teams is a clincher.
I hate clock chewers. Drives me nuts. I get it. I understand the logic. But watching it just makes me want to tear my hair out sometimes.
Hey, look, they're executing. 20 seconds left on the clock. That's
Plenty of
generous
time.
this round. Plenty of time for
Plenty
the
of
planet.
time.
No one here to deny.
No issues. Easy.
David's in a position to farm up some ecos here. See how much he gets. David G. That's free.
All right. So 14 rounds will be found here by 9Z. We'll get the investment of the next from Movistar. And then they will battle to try and keep this off of series point. There's no real reason to fight into this. The only thing you can do is give them an AK. Your money, fine. They've got, I mean, yes, theoretically their nades are worth having into the next round, but you don't even know they have those. So just chill out and let the next round come.
Terrorists win.
GGT.
Number go up.
Yeah, number go up. Maybe Movistar starting to feel it a little bit. Death's looking a little... starting to feel the pressure. Because he's definitely on. This round is a must-win for Movistar. Look at the money in the back pocket. Like, they need this clean, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we discussed earlier on, that's just Death's standard game face. But yes, the pressure is definitely on for
stress,
Movistar
if
in
it's
this round.
focus, either way. Something's going on.
He needs it. SunPayus going to try and get a little aggressive here with the AWP, zone out some of the space, find an early pick. It's not going to be there because they're all on the other side of the map. 9Z completely bunched outside of B. So is this a faster play? Or is this one of those, again, where they give up large amounts of map control and sit?
We'll see. Logan has a flash to go over. Mopaz is the man to hold. How much can he get? Doesn't seem like anything. Does he survive? Just barely. Flames at his teammate's feet, but still no kills to come through. 9Z. Hit the reset. They fall back. And they win out in the utility game. I mean, look what's left for Movistar. 2 smokes, 2 flashes with 1:10 on the clock. That's a good exchange.
But look at the stack. They've got everybody here, and once again, 9Z have left themselves no one on the flank. But there's a minute! That's plenty of time for them to re-clear everything.
And you see it's coming, but they're so worried about this
bomb.
space, right? They have to re-clear even deep out in towards their spawn. They have to re-clear playground. There can be a player anywhere. And that 50 seconds, it seems big, but Overpass, it's a large map.
And they're just
Expansive.
going off it. Okay, they just wanted to make sure there wasn't somebody immediately on their flank to give this info
And
away.
they have dissuaded from the stack. Only 3 here. Still,
No,
that's a
there's still
potent
4.
setup.
One's in the heaven.
Oh, you're right. He's so fast on the rotation. He'll be there in time.
Yeah, the bodies are still here. They've
And
made
the
this
thing
gamble.
is, the utility went away for both these sides. There's only 1 smoke for Lucan. And preemptively, the util goes out to support Davi. He'll tuck in. He's been in this position before. He's held here the whole time, and the Sprite, it's good. David on the takedown, Alex in the pit. He can deny this time. Is again an issue. And the spray is fantastic, at least for the side of Rox, who doubles down. Max to fight forward. And now Sun is alone.
He has to save.
It's the AWP. There's no way you can make it back into this. They had the stack. They had the call. Everything was set up for the Movistar Riders, but it still was not enough. 9Z. Match and series point here. The underdog. They are making it work.
Another one of these rounds where 9Z do not make it easy on themselves.
No.
They find the stack and they run right into it. But it works. They keep 4 alive even to find map and series point to move on into the playoffs here of ESL Challenger 48.
I mean, so many of these players stepping up, right? It was the DGT show on day number 1. And now we have Rox performing. We have Max having a good game. Lucan on the up. There's no weakling right now showing for this squad. 9Z is well put together as a squad and so skilled as individuals, too. I'm thoroughly impressed. And now they're only 1 away from closing. Look at that buy. It's there, but the util's rough for the Movistar Riders. Ugh. I mean, even if they can win this, they need it clean.
Yeah, you got to fight the long game as well. You've got to build for the future as well. And it all starts here. It has to happen. And 9Z look like they maybe wanted to accelerate that pace, at least into that initial peak towards Fountain. Bob's going in towards Connect. Dude, this is interesting. Molotov's here. They know there's players here. SunPayus, does he want to stick around? Wants that shot. The question is, will his retreat be safe? Not wanting to chance it. He seems a bit indecisive. Going back in. Digging deep.
He does have support from that party player, but
he does.
This could get isolated. Sun gets it. And now this should call for Alex to get some food.
Did he spot the player going on long?
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he's aware. This could be another bit of false information because David is pushing deep. Bomb gets recovered.
SunPayus is posted, though, so presumably there's some sort of comm that there could be a player long.
Surely, right?
Yeah, they have to know. They has to have seen the ankle.
Oh,
now he's trying to go in.
Timing, it's so bad for Alex.
He doesn't have it.
But he gets a free one.
Lucan didn't go through with it.
Oh, no. He didn't commit to it.
Okay, so now you've identified, you've isolated that long player, you've dealt with him, you've got a 2-man advantage coming through here. 9Z aren't grouped up either. Now they're going to come in towards a B hit, but with really not a lot of information as to what's going on that site, and there's still 3 players chilling here. They've got the numbers. This is looking very good for Movistar.
It is. And Deaths has a good spot down below towards the pit. Support from Davi G. It's a contact play. Mopods will have the smoke forward off of it all. Flash 2. It's all available. And now it's been shown. Deaths does give away the position, so Rock's close into the site. We need another performance out of this man, but it's not happening. TGT2 to fall. 11K?
It's about damage now.
Yeah, he can damage. It would be big. We said this round needed to be clean, and there's still time to deny that. But you don't want to drop after that clock, no matter how much money is in the bank account. Lucan misses it. He's going to get hunted. He probably doesn't live. This time is up. Do they commit the resources? No.
Oh.
Flawless round, though.
Flawless
that was the win condition. They've met it.
There we go. They give themselves a real chance now to build, even if they have a shakier one. They've got the rifles. They've got it up. They've got everything showing for it, but it won't be easy for them. It'll be a slog through all 4 of these. The T's strung so many together that there's just cash for days. 15 to 11. 4 more required from the Movistar Riders to keep their hopes alive here at Challenger 48.
Water will be cleared through, eventually. It's 9Z. Similar to the rounds we've seen before. Just to set up for B, they're going fast on this one. Mopaz in, Molly forward. Again, it's a heavy pit presence for the defense. They don't commit.
This time there's util, that's the thing.
Sure.
Before there weren't the nades, they were shoestringing buys together. Now they've got the HEs, they've got the Molotovs, and they're going to be able to rebuff the initial 9Z push.
But again, it's a full reclear that's going to be needed. They held on to no map control.
They have construction now, at least, and Movistar are playing quite passive towards A, so they'll have this space. They'll be able to take it. The question is, can they get past SunPayus? Because it looks like they want to test long.
Is Lucan going to get tested, though? No. Timing as well. Sun falls away. Flash forward. Lucan re-peaks. That's an impressive shot to find. Massive. Does this beat rotations now?
They're going to go all the way back around.
Oh, they're coming back. I thought it was going to be the Movistar Riders.
No.
Instead, it's the T's.
They're going all the way back around. They know they were seen out towards long. They want this B hit. They want to come back here. They want to make it happen.
Again, it's his clock. But there's util left for this hit. They'll be fine in doing so. DGT to set up for it. Players available on the site. Davi G in the big position. He could tilt this either way. Still healthy. But no util to work with as an individual. Comes to his team support. Pushes forward. Flashes in. Davi holding. And Deaths can swing off of him the time again. If they deny the plant, they can win this game. Deaths for the first. It's a good way to open it up. It's a good way to even it out. Max is planting, and he'll get it down, but his teammates are dying around him. David to fight forward. Now only 2. And they have time to reestablish the post plant, but the dunk from range, it's the nade, and it's the impeccable shots from Alex. David just cannot hold. Movistar Riders, again, making it work.
9Z in the clock. Oh, they are just daredevils. They're just so dangerous with this. They cannot resist it.
It felt like they were so set up to re-rotate, re-clear off that one. They had the shot, but they fall back down towards that B site. And again, it's that time. Already set up where the Movistar Riders. 3 players ready on that site.
Heart rate pumping. Just watching this melee on the site. No chance to play off of each other. No chance to set up util. No chance to give yourselves advantages into the peak because there's no time. There's no time. You just have to do. Go, go, go. Otherwise, it's over. 3 more rounds for 9Z. That one came perilously close for the Movistar Riders. That one was definitely risky when Lookin gets the pick with the AWP. But now they go again. And the bomb plant down, of course, means there will be no money issues. There's really not going to be money concerns for this 9Z team, likely through the half, like we said before. That's a nice early nade. David catching that one and getting chunked down to half.
Sun towards long. AWP posted.
Max with the pink elephant to keep him company while he waits on these angles.
Above the flower pot, SunPayus strikes. Big shot to find. There's no chance to trade for that. He falls away. You have no info if a second player is there to contact off the op. You know nothing.
He's been playing a lot around that position as well, and they're still maybe not giving it exactly the respect it
That's
needs.
a big reclear, though, from David.
It is. He's going to have the forward spot, and he hasn't been spotted by the APC player.
No, but look at the reposition as well. SunPayus is here close with the op, shotgun style. Max might just walk into it. Flashes, does he go dry? Absolutely. SunPayus doesn't miss those. And now the pressure's on David. They don't know how close he's gotten.
They don't know he's here.
No, not at all. But the shadow, oh, it's shown. Timing, though. It's rough. Alex on the re-swing. He's the healthier. He should win this, and he will. Flash to back it up. SunPayus, what is this? He'll just push straight through a smoke and make it work. Alex, the supportive line. 3 in a row now. The Riders are fighting back.
They are. They are indeed. They're looking more and more polished as well, and for 9Z, they're coming apart at the seams. They test long without utility to push SunPayus off of it, and he just does so much damage to them in the round.
They dry peek it again, too. Twice, where you just walk straight into his crosshair.
Mistakes being made here from 9Z. Here we go. Again, 2 more. All right, for the Movistar Riders, what do you change up in this one? SunPayus moves his position. Trusting that they're not going to try and test him out towards long this time. He goes initially. Is he lined up for the door shot? Up in heaven.
What is
boost
this?
Up. Okay, here we go. Das has the boost up. You got to be wary about players coming out connector when you're in this spot, but you got the players below you to help that out. Das is looking to see if he can get anything. DGT not giving him an inch so far, but he's edging forward on the crosshair. This is still
good info, right? Like, they should know that this isn't likely to be a lower hit off that.
Especially since there's so many rounds where 9Z have just sat with a stack outside of B.
I mean, that's their standard. When they're going to execute B, they just sit and they wait. This one, sure, it's more of a default, but Mopaz, he is pushed deep.
He hears that noise. He knows the player's just on the other side. He can be patient now and zone out this entire chunk of the map.
Should be no way DGT's ready for this. Unless he just leaves. But those footsteps were heard. That's good info for the Movistar Riders, and if this comes late up towards that A site, there can be a re-rotation. Already, it's a heavy presence here. Death's in a position to swing. It could be 4 on the site by the time the hit comes through. If that's where 9Z wants to go. Trigger discipline going on down below. Yeah, that's a free kill confirmed. But Mopaz is waiting. He's giving this one patience. Will finally strike, but no one is in the vicinity. No one even in the same zip code to trade him on through. So, with damage already done, 9Z has to execute. Trap's been sprung. It has to be an A site. And remember, this was stacked. The smoke should keep Alex safe. He'll tuck in. Sun hits. I think you save this.
Yeah. 15 seconds. Again, there's no clock to work with. They spent so much time without getting anything, any damage. They didn't really have much in terms of map control. I mean, there was just very little working for them. And they let the clock run right down, and Movistar just sit and take the space they're given for free and then capitalize on it. One more round. We've gone the full 30. We've gone the distance. We've gone the dance in this one. And Movistar Riders could be bringing this back into overtime, fighting for survival in this best of 3. Just one more round required. And for 9Z, these last 5 have not looked good.
This is it. One way or another. Regulation ends here. And again, it's Movistar answering a tad bit of aggression. Just an early nade. Nothing more to be committed off of that one. I want to see 9Z pick up the pace here. I don't want to see this clock weighted on again. It's their win condition. When they can go faster, at least when they can find information. But when they're just sitting, waiting, stagnant, these rounds slip away. Movistar has been so good to adapt to that play.
They're going to gain this long control again. SunPayus is moving towards this side, but he's not forward. He's not positioned up on the planter. So they gain some space. They got bathrooms as well. It's a much more passive setup for Movistar. They've given up some of that aggression they were doing in the middle of this map. And 9Z will take the space. Still a minute on the clock. Plenty of time to work with. They're going to group for A. They're going to do this. They've given up the other side of the map. And this time, surely, they just commit in if they get that initial pick.
But that's a big if.
It is a big if.
And it's Alex. He has a gap to play around boost up. Is that heard? Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. Alex presses deeper. Smoke should be soon to fade. Utility, he knows someone's there. He's hungering for it. He wants this. And it's a fade. It's a first. It's just not quite a second. The no-scope connects. And now alive is SunPayus. On the site, takes down
seconds.
One, and you're right, the time. It's an issue, and Sun's here. He's hitting shots, and now 15. A mad dash straight in, but Optimus, that's taken down. Max for the entry. Where's the bomb? It's on the floor. It's 10 seconds left, and Max cannot fight. Overtime secured for the Movistar Riders.
We get some more rounds here, folks. Movistar Riders 9Z, an absolute nail-biter of a game. And not just because every round ends in the last 15 seconds. My goodness. Movistar digging deep, just settling back in, relying on the strength of SunPayus' op as well. He stepped up in a big way to secure them these last few rounds. But for 9Z, the blunders, the nerves perhaps getting to them, I'm not sure. But they just became so very slow in reacting to any information into any space they gain any advantage. We'll take a quick break here and we'll be back with overtime.
A brawl here at ESL Challengers. The Movistar Riders have somehow, some way, taken us to OT.
I think you had two things happen. First, you had 9Z get into their heads as soon as they hit series point. As soon as they hit 15, they just seemed to, I don't know, put way too much importance on that next call, that next moment, and run the clock down to major maids. Make huge mistakes we weren't seeing from them earlier in the map. And on the Movistar side, they dug deep. They settled in, and SunPayus in particular stepped the heck up to secure them the critical rounds. Now we're into OT. 9Z. Can they bring it back through? Lucan immediately going to get the entry here towards B, but they're not going to react off of it snappy. Why would they? No. They've still got a minute 25 to play with. And as we know, if they execute before 30 seconds are left on that clock, they all spontaneously combust.
If VP gets paid by the round, these two teams get paid by the second.
Oh my goodness.
Spent inside of it. But here we go. As he executes a calm, they're just flashing forward a little bit. Now the full fall back. A reset here. Minute on the clock for 9Z to work with. But I don't even know if they wanted the full reset, right? They clear back. They have that lurk established still from David. But they're smoked off again.
It's a bad smoke. There's a gap in it. This might be intentional. Mopaz wants to look for it.
They're holding it, though. This would be deadly if he goes too deep. He's not, though.
SunPayus has taken some control towards long, though. There is this player in bathrooms, and they're leaving SunPayus alone. You don't really have time for this rotate because you're not even postured towards connector, but they are going to get this initial pick, or this trade rather, onto Mopaz. Molotov down, slows this down, 30 seconds. What are you going to do here?
You have to go, but it's Davi G. He's on the site and he's spraying away somehow. That comes into the favor of DGT.
They're rotating.
Here too. They're rotating. You're right. 18 seconds. They're off the site. NT, Alex, you're in the wrong place.
It's going to work this time, though. But what on earth? How do you call for a rotate in that situation? They didn't even have the kill on SunPayus when they called for the rotate. They didn't know about
Alex at this time either. Imagine he was up at that site. Round could be over because of it. The risks being taken.
But it worked out. It works out. It finally works out. The classic happens. They secure map point. They can't win that next round to save their lives. Overtime happens, and immediately, like, oh, here's how the T-side rounds happen. The classic.
This early aggressive peak from Lucan was excellent, though. Gets the job done early. They don't aggress off it. Reset. This time, though, I think the crucial difference in that late round reset was they did have a player lurked. They had someone who was chilling towards party for most of the round, so options were slightly more open. Sure, there could have been a rat spot. Site wasn't fully clear. It was a risk, but
I'll tell you one thing. They have faith in their movement. They are not worried about getting stuck on geometry, and SunPayus isn't worried about missing that first pick. He's got one. Movistar follows it up with the boost over the smoke. I believe that's the same one
from earlier, yeah.
Here we go. Good round for Movistar. Alex might get backstabbed here, but no, he comes back around just at the right moment, and Rox is just sticking around the corner, not checking to his left. He's Zoolandering it. It's going to be on to David now to try and pull back a 1v5 as Movistar look to put a round on the board, and they should certainly be able to. Some damage done here for David, but it's a long road from here to a round win, and SunPayus will not let him tread it. We're tied up even once more.
SunPayus has been so big in these critical opening gambits. This time it was the aggressive peek with the op, finds a frag right off the rip. And 9Z's reply just a bit too slow. The re-push in through the connector as well finds impact.
Last round of the first half of overtime.
I mean, even getting one T-side round is fine, and 9Z will hurt more.
It's all right.
But
9Z didn't have the most brilliant.
But that's what I was about to bring up.
They've been better this second half.
He was 8-7 in both halves.
This could be interesting. It's overtime. All the expectations and rules get thrown out the window. Now Alex backing up. He's the lone man here towards A. They've gone for the heavy stack to reinforce B. They're going to rotate deaths up, but it'll be a minute. The thing is, though, for 9Z, a faster play would be the answer here, but they don't seem to have too many of those faster plays in their playbook. They have gained this bathroom space, though. This time, they might actually go through with it. They're going to do it. They're in towards the site, but they don't clear sign, and Alex will get himself a freebie there. Another as well. Alex on top. The dice box is collecting kill after kill to put himself onto 25 and just about put Movistar into the lead. Mopaz, even with the flank here, this one should be done.
The backstab should ensure it. It will. Lucan down, DGT alone. Another attempt here for 1v5 this time. Different man, different situation, but should be the same outcome. One frag picked up. Trade is immediate. Movistar come out the better of the half.
That they do. 2 more rounds needed here. And as we said before, while the adjustment did eventually come through for the CT side, it wasn't brilliant early here for 9Z.
No.
Now, to be fair, the adjustment for them was an emphasis on the double op, and it's OT. They can get the double op. But you'll note, folks, the money here is $12,500.
Makes you
no
think.
longer 16K OT here in the ESL Pro Tour. So, you got to think about the cash a bit more, and 9Z is going to think they can't risk the double op.
Over towards the connector. That's where some initial presence will be made for the Movistar Riders. Spray to miss. And a heavy setup down towards this A site. 2 holding towards Monster, but it's Movistar. They're just filling this one out.
That's me. The brightness. It's phenomenal.
I want to see it when he gets flashbanged.
I don't think we'll see anything. This cam will just be washed out.
Mopaz, though. He's going to take this space in towards Khan. I do like the way these slower T-side rounds are played. It makes me nervous, but a little less nervous than watching 9Z do the same with no second options.
They do have a lot more control exerted. Now they're going to have to execute. And we've
but
still
they
got 50
haven't found
seconds.
the op yet, right?
They have given up their rotation, right? So if aggression came in right now, they wouldn't know about it.
That's fair. It's bound to be A, and towards the divider. In close. No, he's backing away. Doesn't want to play that close angle. Flash? No, just a smoke. Raining in. Gives respite for Max. He'll tuck deep. 30 seconds on the clock. Still time for a rotation. But again, like you said, there's no second chance. There's no second options. And it's a lineup. Back Optimus, he's spotted, but gets away from it and not ready for the player in close. Max for one. Smoke still up. A few seconds left before that fades, and Max needs to run. But SunPayus takes him down. 15 seconds. You have to go. There's no second chances. No rotation available. It's DGT. Backlines for one. The spray can't continue, but it's Lucan yet to be seen on the AWP. The bomb not down. It's on the ground, and Alex has no chance. 1v1. He'll have to run.
Flirting with the clock again, this time for Movistar. It's disaster. Both these teams just keep trying to bleed every second out of that clock. And it's getting the better of them. It's getting better of them way too often. You saw the adjustment come through there for 9Z, right? When you see the player long, withdraw towards the sign, withdraw back behind that smoke. You see Lucan get back in towards the bank as well. That's the call. We recognize the time. We recognize the clock. Let's try and bleed every second we can and not give them an initial fight, so they have nothing to work with. The boost came in. The Yertle the Turtle finds nothing. Nobody's heaven, and SunPayus will have to settle on down back on the dirt. No longer sky high in the clouds as he looks to open up this round. Normally against an aggressive team, you get worried when you do that 4-player boost because you might give up the fountain control, but
sure.
Neither of these teams have been too aggressive, shall
yeah,
I
mean, even when 9Z is contesting the space over towards fountain, they rarely act upon it.
No.
It's just a little info early, try and get a shot. If not, you run back. Movistar is set up for maybe something
definitely
a little quicker towards the B site now. Everyone's here. Utility available. We've already crossed over the bomb.
Where's the molly? DGT has one.
Well-timed smoke.
Well. They can buy a lot of time off these smokes and mollies. Another smoke available for rocks here as well. David just delivered that.
I love the little details there. If you're going to take a risk, you keep the smoke on the player who's guaranteed to stay alive in the spray. Excellent. David able to shut down on Alex. Did they still go for this? It's 40 seconds. Time for a re-rotation, but it's just a spray straight through the smoke. The second will come with vision, and the timing on that drop down. SunPayus misses, and David still holds close. He can continue to chip away to buy time, buy options. 20 seconds. If they want to go, they have to go now, and it has to be B. And it's, again, through the smoke. SunPayus bomb on his back. He'll attempt to make this rotation. Think he has saving.
He's saving the op. Well, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's panicking.
Yeah.
It's a save now. But yeah, he's backing out. That's going to be another series point found for 9Z. They've done it. They've done it. They've given themselves another chance out of this. One more round is all they need. A 6th series point here for 9Z. Can they close it this time?
Surely. Surely. Perhaps. They've had their options to iterate.
Unless.
And this time, it's a side. But Movistar, under the pressure, under these situations, they're so good to build back in. It's OT. You've always got money. You've always got options.
Stress has to be sky high for Movistar in this round.
I would honestly, like, right here, take a risk, change your pace, do something different, try something new.
I mean, a little bit of presence out early there towards fountain.
It's more so than usual. Normally, their early presence shows more towards this lower site, but 9Z doesn't really know that. Again, they're not a team to contest fountain too often. They will put a player out towards long.
You can see Movistar now being much slower about this, right? Looking for somebody to come around long, looking for somebody to be in towards party, aware that someone might be forward after that nade was chucked. So that does buy a lot of time for 9Z. But they're going to back off of this. They've got the connector. They've got the player deep towards
and look at the long setup, too. If they want to come here again, it's that same setup we've seen. It's really potent. Lucan hits a first shot. You have contact off the player close. It's been tough for them to break. Minute on the clock still. They'll try and clear in towards bathrooms. Give an opportunity to possibly execute this one towards A. That seems to be the decision. Deaths is falling back.
Tension hangs like a knife in the air. You could cut it with a knife, rather. This next pick could be everything about this round, and there it is. Alex down, long presence lost. Now so much control for 9Z, and they'll have that information off the flashbang. This could be bad here for Movistar. They've got to go in, though. They haven't left themselves the time, and the op strikes the bodies. They're hitting the floor, and that bomb is still no closer to being planted.
They have to go now. 20 seconds. It has to be the commitment, and Max takes the first. Lucan as well. It's only SunPayus. He's been good, but it shouldn't be enough. DGT will swing. The South Americans, they come with a surprise. They take the series 2-0 and knock the Movistar Riders out of contention.
The absolute Cinderella story of this tournament, do it once again. And just like they did every round on that Overpass game, they did it the hard way.
Yeah.
They made it challenging.